thumbnail here. Okay, so we are ready to go. We're gonna be rolling these 20 maps, running them. Should be good.
Oh, it's you.
Bunch of crap. To just liquidate some of this stuff soon. Sell this. This is seriously pretty good. Cold res, fire, chaos, 23% rarity, and then 520 energy shield. There's very few 500 plus energy shield tiaras with rarity on them on the market. With even like mediocre res. So hopefully that can sell for a couple div. We did just change some things around. Just waiting a little bit to see if anyone wants to show up so we can roll these maps. Everyone could watch the whole map roll. We got 20 maps to go that we're gonna be rolling with today. But 1 second, I'll be right back and run to the bathroom before we get started too. Okay, we're gonna get started rolling these maps. So we got 10 up top, 10 on the bottom, and the same identical 10 Chaos Orbs, 10 Chaotic Rarities. Distilled for all 10, plus our 3 precursor tablets, right? So first things first, let's get going. Boom. Okay. Now let's roll them with our... Oh, actually, let's make it so they go in correctly. Should be good. I made a couple minor changes to my tree just to see how it works out. Nothing super crazy, but I'll show. Um, just to maybe push a little bit more rare monsters onto the map. It's a lot of stuff that, like, you know, trying out because it's kind of like, it's not always clear how some of this stuff is affected. Like, I effectively put some more essences on my map. Not a lot, but moved a couple points for essences. Specifically, the flat quantity nodes. Or I should say percent increase quantity, because they're only 2%, which is total of 4%. Just an extremely small increase. Like, that's not very good. It's not like, I mean, it's not nothing. You know, if you had nothing else to take, you can take those. But I figured if I take essences, that those are additional rare monsters we are putting on our map. Right? They are not, as far as I know, they are additive. They do not replace the rare monsters on your map, which is good. That's kind of what we're hoping for anyway. So in addition to, I'll just show it off right now since we finished rolling the maps. So so basically I removed these 2 nodes. I took these 2 nodes, so increased chance of essences on the map. But then I also took, wait, did that change? Okay, so that keeps changing back. I don't know why. Definitely. Let's see, refund atlas passes. Boom, boom, boom. This changed on me like twice. So boom, 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 boom. So that should be good. Let's make sure. Okay. So basically we took it for this one with the powerful map bosses, because we do look for mostly powerful map bosses. We'll get an additional essence. So we'll get +1 essence. So assumingly additional essence means that there's already going to be an essence on the map, so 2 essences, plus we increase the probability by 140% chance to contain essence. So we're probably going to get multiple essence on map. So that's you know, if we can get 2 or 3 essences on a map where we might normally get 1, then you know, that's just more chances of dropping divines and things like that. We have dropped divines from essence monsters. It's not like they're, and other currency as well. Chaos orbs are pretty common, and exalts, of course. It's not like they are prevented from dropping currency. We remove strong boxes just because we don't like because there's the chance of getting a good strong box is pretty rare. Strong boxes also already, you know, show up on your map a decent amount. So the other thing that we did was, well, like I was going back and forth with these 2, Zesh Madness or uh, interdimensional assault. And I do believe that Zesh Madness is decent, but this is the better option because the increased density does not just increase the density of just packs like trash mobs. It does increase the overall density, which could mean more rare, which I guess does also mean more rare monsters. So doing that to make sure that we have rare monsters. I know that's whatever I said in my guide as well, but I was back and forth with it yesterday and the past couple days with Zesh Madness. Because I've seen some people say that they like this, but like honestly, like even stacks of 10 splinters aren't really worth that much right now. Like I think the best stack is worth like 60 exalts. So basically like a chaos orb. So I think I'd rather have, you know, more density. I think we can get a chaos orb or whatever from the extra monsters on the map in the breach. Um, the only other thing that I was considering is I was considering taking off some of these guys, two of these two, and going for this one, more fracturing mirrors, which we might end up doing right now. Um, this is just the new meta for us, right? Because you know, it doesn't say like delirium mirrors. Like a lot of times, it'll like specify like in a delirium mirror or something like that. Like this one, it generates additional rewards. It's for a delirium encounter. That would mean like whenever you go through a mirror and it drops the emotions at the end. But this one's just delirium fog, has 50% more fractured mirrors, which is more monsters, more chance for rare monsters. I mean, they only lose a 10% stack size because we're still taking one over here. So I think we're going to take that differently. But other than that, I'm trying to think if there's anything else we want to, like realistically, like I might remove the big bomb. We might end up, 'cause I don't really like these anyway, but I'd like, if we do get a logbook, to get an 81 or an 82, if God willing. Um, so I think that's what we're going to switch up today. But otherwise, everything else is going to stay pretty similar, so we shouldn't see like some sort of crazy changes. If we do see crazy changes and they're positive, then we know we did something right. But yeah, that's just kind of where we're at right now with what we're going to be doing today. We've got all of our maps rolled, so let's store some of those into the pocket here. We're going to take these ones, and then we're going to put the delirium, or the other tablets, just over here, right in the corner, so we don't lose them. Oh, and all of the other thing is, since we're doing more essences, both of my precursor tabs have, one has like 98%, one has 100% chance to contain an essence. So we're definitely going to get an essence plus an addition, plus multiple additional essences. So we should have, you know, a couple more essences per map, a couple more, which is just a couple more rare monsters to meet. You know, if a map has, you know, 20 rare monsters, including their essences, but we end up with 2 more essences. That's like 10% more rare monsters. That's just not going to be factored into like the equation with the rare monsters juice that we put on our maps with waystones and other things. So that's what we are kind of going for, kind of expecting, kind of hope works out for us. I don't expect, if it doesn't work, to be able to really tell that much. I think it's going to end up being kind of similar personally, but it's worth testing. Hold on, let me make sure it is my headphones are not. There we go. Didn't have my sound going through my headphones. Let's find a good juicy map to try this on. Oasis, Chanel, Overgrown. Love me an Overgrown. So we're gonna use boom. It's gonna have. We're gonna move these. We're gonna just put these in order too. Let's make it so they're a little bit more. Oh, actually, I need to go grab some scrolls and stuff for when we juice our stuff and hit our essence with Vols. Since we are going to be doing more essences, hopefully we can. The other thing, like, I do like running essences. They're just not super profitable right now. But like, you do get whenever you have a lot of essences on a map. Because earlier in the league, I ran all the essences in the land, and I would get like 6 essences, 5 essences on a map, and that was really awesome. Um, but a lot of them just aren't really worth a whole lot right now. Like I think maybe the best is, let's see, maybe like the greater essence of, the perfect essence of battle, maybe. It's worth 1.5 chaos, so that's like not even that great. Like at best, you know, you want the good, the corrupted essences, which are, what are they going for right now? Where are you at? Oh, there we go. Nothing for essence of, oh my gosh, it's gonna make me go through them each time. God, can't they just keep my place? Well, the best one here, Essence of Horror. 62 Chaos, which is only one in a 7.75 div. That's not a ton. So, like, honestly, like going for like pure essences for essence farming doesn't seem all that profitable. At least not to me right now. I'm gonna hit this. I'm gonna do 2 stacks of those. We're gonna use one of these and these. Now let's actually get more exalts from, let's exchange in a chaos.
I'll fill that in as soon as I can.
Cool. Oh, just move where my stash is. I did a little bit of cleaning up around my hideout today. Moved some NPCs around. Took out some excessive furniture. I have a spot right here. It's big and empty. I'd like this to be where the treasurer goes whenever GGG finds it fit to enable that Twitch drop. You can see it. I've been kind of lamenting it for a little bit that I can't use it. But it's this guy right here. He keeps record of my gold uses. So I'd like to put him over here next to Ange, like just on the opposite side of this doorway here. Other than that, what did I do? I just added some cages here because I used to have NPCs over here, so this was empty. I added some stuff over here because this also had NPCs, so now it's just a little bit more clean put together. This is over here in my throne area. This is largely just aesthetic, but I do have my relic locker, my wardrobe, which I don't really use in here. So I just clean them up a little bit, clean this area up. But yeah, I think it looks looking pretty sweet. Make sure we. Oh, and I also got rid of my Olroth flask. I was running the Olroth flask for some time. I switched it over to just a bubbling, but one with max charges and max recovery applied instantly. It says tier 3, but it doesn't go to tier 1. 30% is the max, and we just end up with 12 charges, which is really nice. So that's going to be probably a big help. I mean, like I'm not sure a big help. I really don't have to health up all that often. Usually, if I die, I die. You know, there's not too much like controversy of whether or not I'm going to die. Just something that sometimes happens. But I think that it'll be a little bit easier for like whenever there's like some damage over time scenario or longer battles. Like I can't imagine like if for some reason in like a second phase Arbiter or Olroth realistically is probably a good one. Second phase Olroth, you know, I have full flasks, but I just, you know, I can't hit him. I assume this would happen more in like second phase Olroth because he has the other um, mobs that come out of the portals or whatever. And whenever he does that, they sometimes the controller targeting just targets them instead of whoever I want to target, which is Olroth, obviously. Um, so I think that having that in there could, you know, for whenever a fight is a little bit more prolonged, and I might get hit a few times, it might be a little better to have 12 charges versus just the 3. Even though it is instant, we'd still get like 30% instant, so that's still really good. That's fine. Where was that one I was looking for? 43% rare monsters. Is there anything else like that over here? Did not hit these? Okay, so 25 here. So is there like ones up here? It's not a lot. I farm this area pretty. Okay, we're gonna do wetlands then. Start with wetlands. And let's go. Alright. If anyone has any questions about how we're running the build otherwise, you can definitely do !build in the chat. And Nightbot will link you over to my Path of Ninja. Okay. I haven't done one of these maps in a long time. Oh, see, still got a researchers, even though I took strong boxes out of my tree. Alright, let's see what we end up with here. One time I had a wetlands and it had like 13 breaches in it. I did all of the breaches, and then I like was about to fight the Hyena Lord boss, and I stood for like 1 second at like the entrance, and there was like, I don't know if it was ignited ground, but I think it was ignited ground, and it lit me on fire and basically ignited me and killed me like right before the boss after doing 13 breaches that were all super sketchy. Like it was a super sketchy map. Wow, and that just shadow walked me that and right in there. You all saw that. What's our, okay, we're at a level 80 map. But yeah, I'm not looking with the expedition change, you know, adding the taking away the big bomb. Like I like the big bomb for like the speed, and given that there's not usually a lot of profitability for me in the in those maps, or in the in that mechanic, but it's nice that we'll be able to be a little bit more targeted. Hopefully we actually can make a little profit on it, and if we drop a logbook, maybe we'll actually get like an 81. I'm not sure how much an 81 logbook helps me specifically, as far as like the drops in it. But we can hope. Oh man, we got another abyssal depths, man. The unfortunate reality with the abyssal depths is that they don't drop shit lately. I don't even know why. It just seems like they nerf the shit out of them. I guess probably people were like really like using the I would assume it's because people were using the desecration to target always leads to an abyssal depths, which is probably like increasing their chance for like omens and stuff like that, for the omen of light, and the ribs and stuff like that, and they probably just thought there was too many of those items on the market or something like that, because that's the only reason I could think that they got so heavily nerfed. But they're still common. Like I still feel like it's like 50% of the time, or at least 25% of the time, my pits lead to an abyssal depths. They're just not usually, there's just nothing in them usually. He's gonna come back to life. Oh, echoes, nice. Speaking of never having anything in them. Well, at least we got a little bit of something from that. That's nice. It's a nice little consolation prize for a map that was relatively unspectacular. You know, and like I think that there's like a big thing. There is like I don't think it's like a superstition that I run the maps that I find most profitable, even if they are just like there's no like uh, even if like if one is juiced, say I have some juice from before the towers that's like 20% extra rare monsters, but it's a map that I usually go, I don't get anything from this. Um, Usually it's still better, in my opinion, to run the maps that I like more and find more profitable versus the ones that have the good numbers on them. And I think the reason is just because whenever they made the changes to density and sizes of certain maps, that some of them kind of got like a bad shake. Um, like they just have a lot of reduced density. And when there's reduced density doesn't mean like less packs. It does mean less packs, but it means less global monsters. So you end up with less rares, magic, and white mobs, right? So yeah, less density is really not something that you want to fuck with. That's why I think that for me, I'm a big fan of the deserted maps because they always seem to uh, be really profitable for me. Also, this adding more fractured mirrors onto my map I think feels good already. Like they're everywhere. I think I'm very happy with that change. Okay. Make sure there's no other fractured mirrors. Now I feel like I gotta check everywhere for them. Okay. Let's switch over to Delib. Trying to decide what I want to purchase next. I was thinking about considering. I was considering. Oh fuck! What? I rolled right through it. F. Oh well. We're gonna keep going. That's what I get for John. But you know, we gotta be fun here and talk it out. Um, anyway, damn, I lost my train of thought. But yeah, fracture mirrors feel good. End quote. All right, so that was Bunkus, but you know, it was the last mob. You know, these things happen. Sometimes you get down to the last enemy and you just fucking die. Where was the one I was? There was a map that I had found, and I was looking for it, and I was like, ooh, this looks good. Was it the slick? Was it I think it was a slick. I think it was this one. We're gonna go with this slick here. I'm gonna throw this in here. Oh, I switched where Doriani and my stash were, so I'm gonna be going to Doriani instead of my stash on accident a lot. Ugh, max life. Don't want that. Um, um, all right. Cool. Let's get back to it. That was funny though. Hey, how's it going? How's it going, Sonia? Just missed me, Rip. If you just got in here, maybe you saw it, but just ripped. It was pretty funny. Doing good, doing good. We had a couple changes with the juicing, nothing major, just little changes here and there. We're gonna run 20 or so maps today. See how it feels. I will say though, what a little bit disheartening on that map that I didn't like was there were no essences, and I obviously juiced for more, just a little bit more, but I did juice for more essences. Plus, it's on my. Oh, speak of the devil. Yeah, juicing for more essences just because essences are additive rare monsters. Oh, I remember what I was saying before, is I was trying to decide what I wanted to purchase next because I don't really have too much more I need, and the stuff that I would obviously really like are very expensive. So the two things I want to look into is potentially the cost of an upgraded Heart of the Well. Mine's good, but I could potentially get mine's got 3 good mods instead of 4. I want to see what the cost of 4 good mods is. Or the other is less overall globally useful. It's was considering getting an overclocked Ingenuity belt. Yeah, it happens, man. Sometimes, even whenever I feel like everything is juiced, everything should be good, it just doesn't work out. But like whenever I consider it over the course of like, a couple of days, it usually kind of evens out, right? Like usually I'll have like some sort of, omen of light, boom, boom, boom. What now? See, right there we go. I just died on the last map, and then we got a. Yeah, see, quant isn't my thing. Quant is not my thing at all. I think that quant is kind of like people like it, but I think it works way, way better in group settings. Like if you're not in a group, and groups already get a boost to quant. So, like the way I look at it, like if you use 3 rare monster tablets, you're gonna have you could have over 100% more rare monsters pretty much easily, and that's going to increase your drops more than up to 30% more quant, right? Like a lot of the quant is going to end up being quant on regular mobs, and you don't for the most part that's not going to be good stuff. Yeah, quant needs to get boosted. Quant should be if quant was up to maybe 25% on a tablet, I'd say that would be fair to use. You could use rare monsters and quant, or even rarity and quant would be fine. But I think as it stands, oh, look at that! That is a map, guys. Yeah, it just doesn't seem super worthwhile to me. Yeah, rare monsters. Yeah, I have. So like my gear rarity is 113 plus my golden charm, so it comes up to like 128 when you consider the golden charm. So I think that that's probably just fine. What I like to do is roll chaotic rarity omen, and like I use 3 tablets, all of them with rare monsters, 2 breach, 1 irradiated, and then I will what is it? For Deli though, I tend to use 2 paranoia for rare monsters, but 1 greed, and the only reason is because I've done three paranoia, and it just doesn't feel like I drop as much, And I'm not like a big numbers guy, but I am a what feels right and what I've had actually success in, and that's just how it's been for me. Yeah, I think maybe it just has something to do with the precise balance of the mod percentages and stuff. But greed adds rarity, so it adds just like a little bit more rarity to it. So yeah, you end up with like I think my lowest will be like the lowest I think I can get on a map is like 112, but usually they're in like the mid 120s for most of my maps. And then yeah, so you end up with like 120 rarity, then you end up with like here I'll show you the map. So like my maps, this is what they end up with, like 120 to 135. That's a high end one with 30% rare monsters. And then I do like I said, my tablets are like between 30. Usually the lowest I'll do is 32% rare monsters on all my tablets, and that's usually pretty good. It's pretty consistent, but like every now and then you have like a whole day that's an outlier. The other day I ran 20 maps and I didn't get any divines, but I got like a bunch of perfect exalts. And not to complain about perfect exalts, I'm not complaining about perfect exalts at all, but it was just weird to see no divines drop, right? It's just like, especially whenever you have such success with them like the day before. Nice. Okay, that was a pretty good map. Really good map. That was like second map, and we ended up with like 4.5 divine out of it. First map was nothing, but second map, or I guess we got the abyssal echoes on the first one, which isn't terrible. It's not like big money, but it's. I'm gonna. Boom. Viper cap. We will hold on to that. We'll chance that once we pick up a chance orb. I mean, I don't think anyone wants this, but it is. cool to have an exceptional. Yeah, well, it's like mapping is like this game is a slot machine. Like it's 100% a slot machine. We just have different words for the variables. So like normally, like if you're running a slot machine, you have like max bet and pay lines, and in this we have the things that change your max bet are like quantity and rarity, and instead of pay lines, like the amount of lines that you're trying to line up to win, we have all of our other mechanics, like for instance, rare monsters, or even like strong boxes and rituals. Those are like pay lines. You know what I mean? So it's kind of we're just playing the odds. We're just trying to maximize them in our favor the most. I think and I think that like honestly, like you just have to look at, what's the most things that you can get into your slot machine that are the most consistently valuable. And to me, that's rare monsters for uh, like I said, pay lines, and for increasing your max bet, that is you're going to be your rarity, because quantity, because unlike a slot machine, though, I mean, I guess it's kind of like a slot machine. Do you ever see like someone who plays slots like a lot, like a ton? Like they don't pull the lever, they push the button because of how much quicker they can get it done. So like if you increase your character's speed, that's your that's my quantity boost. It's not adding quantity onto a map. Yeah, in Vegas, yeah, the people that are there early in the morning and are just playing and playing and playing. The people who play at the gas stations in Vegas, they don't pull the lever; they just hit the button real quick. Um, and that's kind of what we're doing whenever you make a build that is meant for speed. We're just hitting the button as quickly as possible and clearing the map as quick as possible so we can get on to the next one. So if one is bad, at least we're not lingering on it. You know. Let's see, what can we do? Rust Bowl. Rust Bowl's not bad, but it's not great usually. Let's see, what do we got? Penitentiary, Necropolis, Deserted, my favorite. I've never tried negative rarity maps, actually. I thought about having a negative rarity setup, but I didn't feel like actually setting up my character for it. Because then I would need all new items. But I definitely have... Actually, I do have my old set of rings. Like, if I wanted to run negative rarity, I could. Just increase pack size, I guess. I guess that's what they run, is pack size and quantity. But I actually haven't looked into it too much, but it would be interesting. I think it'd be much more interesting to run that earlier in the league, too, whenever people are buying and doing a lot more with crafting. Like, not that people aren't crafting now, but, like, crafting items for other people has kind of gone down in value. Unless it's, like, a giga item. Like, you need to have, like, a perfect item. So, yeah, I would definitely consider doing that earlier next league, especially whenever you don't have your rarity all cleaned up yet. Like maybe don't have enough funds yet to put rarity on your character. Because honestly, rarity was the last real major like attribute that I pushed into with this guy. Like I got all of my damage and speed and everything else sorted first, and then I started tagging on the rarity. Let's see. Oh, ritual tablet, that's money. Doesn't even matter what kind it is, it's money. Oh yeah. Yeah, I'm hoping I think that we might get some information this week on it. But by the end of the week, just looking at past timelines and everything, like this week seems like it would be pretty likely. I'm potentially Wednesday, Thursday. just based off of like when they announced the last PoE 1 league compared to whenever the PoE 2 league started. PoE 2 started on the 29th of August, and they announced a timeline for PoE 1's league on the 10th of September. So that would peg it around Wednesday if they kept the same exact timeline, which I don't think they necessarily will keep the same timeline, but I think that they would hope to. I think that it's their hope to keep things as consistent as possible at this point. I think if they could do everything on the same exact timeline for both games, they would be very happy. Um, So that'd be really sweet to see. It'd be sweet to get some information, especially now that, like, honestly, it's because they did say in like the last PoE 1 sort of announcement that it was like their smoothest PoE 1 launch they've ever had, potentially one of their smoothest launches ever, which I'd probably agree with. It seems like they had very few issues. Yeah, yep, yeah, bleed bow would be cool. More. Yeah, they need to they need to buff other types of damage realistically, because lightning is still just overshining everything because of the variance. Like, the variance is so high, that all you need to do is like boost the amount of attacks per second or whatever, and it becomes like, the low variance almost doesn't matter. So yeah, they need to boost basically all damage types. I'd like to see fire to actually become like a volatile thing. Like, ignite is like clearly like not the best of the bunch whenever you consider like cold damage and lightning damage and like the heralds and everything. Fire is just kind of lacking, and it's not that way in PoE 1 from what I can understand. It seems pretty popular in PoE 1. Yeah, for sure. Hopefully, well, they did say that we're going to get a lot of endgame changes too, which I'm excited about. Like, of course we're going to get a whatever endgame mechanic, but I'm interested to see what like general endgame changes we're going to end up getting. It could be pretty good. Because like they said that originally, like, the tower changes was supposed to be in the next. Yeah, that's gross. In the next update, or in the next league. Ooh, that's a big one. 19% experience on a tablet. That's a few divine. But yeah, I'd like to see what they end up doing, if just for general changes as well. Given that we have now effectively like, I think that there are going to be more changes to the no tower system. I think like what they gave us was kind of like the preliminary basic idea of what they wanted to do. So I think we're going to get some more, a more, I don't know, in-depth change with that stuff. Like, they're going to be able to look at what worked and what didn't and refine it, which will be really cool, because overall I like the change, but I mean, but it's still obviously better to run like maps that already had a little bit of prior juice on them. But there's some good things about this system that I really like. Like, for instance, like when I used to run Citadels, I'd run Citadels and I would juice the area with Waystones to get more fragment drops, which was great because I could get like potentially 3 fragments out of it, but it killed the whole area because now I'm just dropping fragments everywhere, rather than anything good loot. So I think that was like a really positive change, being able to really target each map with what you want versus like the whole area. But it would I think it would actually be cool if the tower setup worked, but you could only put one tablet in it. One tablet in it. So like you could potentially use just 1 grand projects or something like that, or you could put like something so you add a bunch of so you add rituals, but maybe you don't actually add the juice. You just add the mechanics or something like that. So it takes the RNG out of what random extra content is going to be on the map. It gives you just a little bit more to play with in each map without boosting drops. But I think that would be pretty cool. Because, you know, we already get a certain amount of extra content. What's this? How much is this? 22. We'll try to get it. Try to get that stack of splinters so we could run a King of the Mists. What's this? I mean, it's not terrible. Defer works that you defer an item. So if once you defer an item, it basically keeps showing up in your ritual. It like doesn't necessarily have to, but it never like fully goes away. Like it might not show up this time, like the next map you're in, but it could show, but it will show up in a future one. And each time you defer it, you get a discount on it. So like, so if I were to want this, it costs 1,600, but let's say I couldn't afford it. I spend 247 to defer it, and next time instead of being 1,600, it'll be 1,600 minus the 163. So you get like a future discount off of it as well. So like you just keep deferring things over and over. There is like a limit to deferring. I'm not sure what it's based on. Like I'm not sure if they cut your deferral. There's a point where it'll say like you can't defer this item anymore. And I'm not sure if that's based off of what percentage of it you've deferred or how many times you've deferred. I have not actually I've never actually had that happen to me. I've just I've known a lot of people that have commented on that. But yeah, I've known people that have created like deferral loops where basically deferring items is free. So they just defer a bunch of stuff for free, and they just keep doing that over and over again till they could just buy it, till they just get it for basically nothing. Um, yeah, that was my one buddy in my guild. Whenever I was building a guild, that was his kind of his tooltip. Depends. If I'm using, it's 240,000 per arrow, 240.5 with deliberation, which is what I use for killing bosses. But whenever I'm clearing bigger areas, I use Nova, and it drops down to 120. And then Fork, which is kind of what I use for clearing linear maps, is like 200. But that also changes with Tailwind. So if I get on my thing here and I shoot off 10 arrows or whatever, then it goes up. It goes up by about by about 10%. But yeah, I use the Nova for clearing, deliberation for bossing, and Fork for like tight areas, like trenches and stuff like that is what I would use Fork for. Damn, that's not bad if you took away the accuracy. Yeah, my bow. Boop. And you could also, if you had exclamation point build in the chat, it'll link you to my PoE Ninja as well. But yeah, that's what we're running right now. I got the crappy corrupt with the cold damage, but everything else is great. A fourth arrow socket would have been great. Let's see what we can do with this guy over here. He's worth something. There you go. But yeah, it's basically just like a version of the Fub Guns build. So it has because I have double percentage, so I have the 77% up top. Then with the desecration, it's 149%. So like 226% physical damage on top of the added physical damage. So that's kind of what I'm boosting rather than the lightning damage. I had one with the lightning damage, and honestly, it wasn't that much worse. It was still very good. I just went this route because I think that I have more things in my tree that like boost critical damage than elemental damage. So it didn't seem worth it to necessarily. Yeah, or no, 149% from from that. Yep. And that's only a tier 3 as well, so it can go higher. I also didn't craft this this bow. This was one I bought. No, not this one. I have crafted bows, but honestly, the physical percentage is so crazy to get. Like, I think that like if you do the calculation on it, it's like 5,000 K. It's like something like a couple thousand chaos orbs. This one, 190 divine. It was expensive. Bought it after I dropped a Hynacor's lock though, so I had some extra loot. That's what we're here for though, the big drops. Yeah. The one that I had before was still worth like 100 and I think I paid 160 for it, so it was still expensive. I just got like a minor upgrade, and then I resold my old one for 150. It was actually funny. Someone commented on one of my videos that he actually bought the bow that I sold. I thought that was pretty funny. Let's go. I don't like Canyon. Canyon's kind of boring. I don't like Hive either. Monster level. Love monster level. Yeah, a lot of my gear, like I haven't done anything to get divine in this game other than just run maps. Everything has just been running maps, buying gear, reselling old gear. But like I don't do a lot of profit crafting. Like I do like the crafting that you'll see that I do in between maps, which is just sort of like slam as I go kind of stuff. But I don't. If I do like a big craft, it's for myself. Like my boots and my gloves were crafted, and my quiver and my previous bows were all crafted. But did not. I've never crafted anything like big and expensive to sell. But like I have a friend I was mentioning yesterday who he was buying. He bought I mean, he already had a lot of loot, so he was already pretty stocked up. But he started buying. What was it? Unidentified prisms of belief and identifying them, and he got a +3 lightning arrows and a +3 raised specter, and he sold them each for 900 divine each. So like, you know, there are more profitable strategies than the stuff that I might have, you know, that I might make videos on and guides and stuff. But like, I just like to play the game, so like I try to get all of my loot just from playing the game, you know. I'm not much of a hideout warrior. It was my one guildmate. He basically just like spent half the league bullying the market on like, what was it, armor scraps. Like he would go in and just buy like a bunch of divines worth of armor scraps and then raise the price on them by like a couple exalts. So then he'd come out of a map and he'd have like 10 chaos every time he'd like go clear a map because people would just be buying armor scraps at like a slightly inflated price. And I just don't like that stuff. Sounds like so. I mean, like I get it, but it's also like not. Where's this monster? Oh, it's the essence over there. It's way out of it's out of the range a little bit. There we go. Yeah, people have all sorts of ways to try to make money in this game. I just try to keep it simple. I don't even like farm. Oftentimes I mean, for the most part, I don't even farm like specific like pinnacles or anything. Like sometimes I'll do like a run of like breaches or something like that, or King of the Mists. But for the most part, I just like to run the splinters when I get them. I can just, it's like more satisfying when you get a drop that you didn't like target farm. Like when you target farm the shit out of something and then you get it, it's almost like, yeah, that should have happened. But whenever you just run like a random Olroth and you get a flask or a crazy his support gem or whatever that he drops that's worth like 30 div, then it's like, I don't know. It's more fun for me that way. I think if you could maximize the profit just playing the game normally, that you're gonna have a longer league too. Longer, more enjoyable league. That's my perspective on it. Which isn't shared. A lot of people love just getting loot. These these monsters aren't dropping the loot I want. They mustn't have heard that this is +1 monster level. They didn't get the memo. Alright, let's try to get over maybe something rare for me. Dude, the 50% more fractured mirrors are huge. There's so many more of them. I feel like that, and the essences. The essences really feel like there's a whole lot more essences, which is definitely just adding to the rare monster pool. We'll see whenever we start to actually drop, if we actually drop some good stuff from them other than, I mean, we got an Essence of the Abyss. An Essence of the Abyss is worth like, I don't know, something like 200 exalts right now. It ain't nothing to sneer at. Let's check. Anything good here? 5%? I'm not even gonna mess with that. Okay, Essence of the Abyss. We'll be happy with that, I think. Maybe we got a Greater Chaos too. It's at least a few Chaos. Get. Cool. On to the next. Hidden Grotto. Any other +1 areas here? Oh yeah, we got that ritual tablet too. That in the previous map, that's huge. It's gonna be real big money. Don't like any of those. I love the corrupted maps lately. I want okay, so we got a sulfuric caverns there. Okay, we'll run this and we'll run the sulfuric caverns. I like sulfuric caverns, but let's just not run a crazy one here. Let's do this 113. Switch back to Nova projectiles too. Look up this ritual tablet real quick, just to ritual precursor. Experience gain in your maps, 19%. Hold up. And ritual altars. 10 ritual altars. it's like 3 divine for that. It's like 90 some divine or whatever for that ritual tablet I got. So hey, we got some, definitely making some money today. Earning and burning. We'll have to run back and grab the simulacrum splinters. Simulacrum splinters are nice little profit goblins. I guess boosting essences is also good because you get more essences of abyss, which are worth a decent amount. It's like little extra loot here and there. I feel like I'm getting a lot of pits late in this run now, which is nice. Valentis propulsion. Anything here? Anything? Nope. I mean delirium, but we'll see. Chaos, nice. We pretty much cleared that out. Okay. Grab my splinters. What did I just pick up? Anything good there? Nope, nothing. As expected. Let's see. Oh. Yeah, I'm digging the more fractured mirrors. Hasn't led to anything great dropping yet, but it definitely feels like getting more monsters is always helpful. So I'm happy with that. It's a change that I could definitely feel a difference in. Oh, fucking Big Monkey's dead now. Got all the shrine buffs for him. Just gonna beat his ass real quick and go back for the loot. So to live on. And don't have to go anywhere near him either. Energy shield rarity. Picking up boots off the ground and expecting them to be anything good is pretty much totally unnecessary to even identify them. At least at this stage in the game where everyone wants horror boots. Let's go back and loot up. We got some splinters and stuff that are gonna add up in value. Oh. Oh, Falcon are nice. Maybe we'll be able to craft on it a little bit. Let's go down here. Grab the catalysts. Jim. Honestly, I'm over picking up jewels. I get so sick of reforging them. Anything over here? Nope. Okay. So nothing crazy that map. A few chaos though. Let's see if we can get.
It's the acolyte of Chalupa from PoE 2.
Okay. Let's hit this with something. Hey, crap. Oh shit. Okay. No. Crap. But this one is what I wanted to see. Deferring favors, cause reduced tribute. It's how much? 28, negative 28. Um, let's see. Put this up in the old pit here.
Yes? Is that a good price for that? I have no idea.
+1 monster level and this one here. Let's try to get a real good map for it.
As the living moon. So true
But yeah, we're at like probably like 7.5 div for this 10 maps already, plus change, whatever change we pick up. Probably close to another one there. So like 8.5 div. And we're still got a lot to go. So, or still got a few to go, I should say. Not a lot, but a few. I like sulfuric caverns, but I will say that feels like it blends in with the abyss a lot with the green misty color. Yep. Nice. Let's get this. Make sure we have that. So you can telly back. Actually, let's grab this splinter. Yeah, there's a lot I don't like running, honestly. A lot of the new maps I don't really like, honestly. I like Overgrown, though. I do like Overgrown. It's more about the maps I do like. I don't like a lot of the, like, the Necropolis Penitentiary. I mean, like, I don't think I'm in the minority here. I think I'm in the majority of hating Sun Temple. Sun Temple's really nasty. 10 out of 10 as far as the worst. It gets a 10 out of 10 for being horrible. I don't like... Well, any of them that have like kind of a... I don't like rock pools. That's a newer one as well. Like, I actually don't mind the map. I just don't like the boss. I don't like ones where there's like a boss that's like has a much higher chance of one-shotting me and is very mobile. Oh, I don't like the boss in... what is it? Riverhold? The one that does all the spinny moves and shit. That dude will fuck me up real bad. If I'm not careful. I mean, I survive most of the time, but he's a bit of a troll. Because he doesn't stay put and stay in my my lightning rod areas. So like I have to like constantly circle him and just hope that I don't get hit like twice. I usually also jump off my row to fight him because he'll knock me off my row if I do get hit twice. Then I'm done because he's fast as fuck, boy. All right. I don't actually like fighting the boss in Jade Isle. Mostly his second stage. His second stage does the thing where he like has the fire rain down from the sky, or like the ash or whatever, and that, there we go, nice. And that move will like fucking, it won't one shot me, but it'll two shot me, and it's kind of hard to escape from. Like it's just, you know, the sky is on fire and it's falling on you. So there's only kind of so much I feel like I can do to avoid a lot of that. I don't mind his other stages, but his second phase, for whatever reason, has like a high chance of killing me. So yeah, it's not usually like, I don't like Marrow. I don't mind the boss in Marrow, but I don't like, it has a lot of dead ends. I don't like maps with lots of dead ends, especially for, you know. And then there are maps that are like not good, like for extra content. Like I think Forge is bad for basically every mechanic in the game. But I don't mind it. Like I don't run it. I won't run it with a really juicy map. But like I theoretically, I just it feels nice. It has a nice flow to it. It just sucks for everything. But yeah, maps I like a lot are like I like Deserted. I like Overgrown, which is a new one. I like I like this one. This one's usually pretty decent. I like Slick. Slick is pretty good. I like ones with big, like circular loops. There are ones that I like that I don't like to run juice onto because they're not very profitable. At least like just like superstitiously. Like I like Ravine a lot, but I don't ever get shit from Ravine. But I like the linear, straightforward sort of nature of it. Oh wow, damn! Right off the ground. So I hit that with a homogenizing omen up top. I'll get more evasion, and I'll have a triple res for that. That's crazy. That never happens. All right, we'll do that now. I get a homogenizing omen. How much are they? Oh, they're not that much right now. That doesn't seem correct. Okay, so we're gonna actually switch this over. Two of those. I should be able to get one. Yeah, if I can try res, and they're what? Tier 113? That's pretty good. Fire, lightning, cold. And two tier 2s with the evasion. Yeah, no, if we get a percentage evasion, if we get a high percentage evasion, let's see, I think we should have the pay for that. Yep. So we'll just hit it with a, oh, that's not my thing. Hit it with one of these. Two. Oh, I got the, I mean, it is the percentage, but it's a life hybrid, unfortunately. I mean, but it's a tier 1 life hybrid. Let's mess with it. I mean, that's like not bad, but like we definitely would want a higher percentage or a third socket. If we get a ritual, a corruption omen later, we'll run it. Who knows? Maybe it could be worth a couple divine for us. Yeah, grabbed another divine out of that map though. We're up to, is that like 3 raw divine, omen of light. Pretty good. plus the ritual tablet. Become difficult and more rewarding. See, I've done this. Corruption becomes more difficult and more rewarding each time, but I've never actually felt that it gets more rewarding. Let's try it though. I do like a Savannah map. Savannah is one of my more favorite ones. I like running the corrupted and the cleansed maps, at least the ones that don't like reduce rarity and stuff. For a while I didn't really like the corrupted ones. I felt like I was always getting body blocked by the monsters whenever they came out of the ground, but now that I kill things way faster, it's less of a problem. And that I am faster. Like, also, I don't know what it is, but like, I feel like the hyena boss, for whatever reason, I feel like I have a higher chance of dropping divines from him. Don't know why. It just happened. Like, if I had like spreadsheeted every boss that has ever dropped a divine for me, that Hyena Lord is probably like 3 or 4 times more than everyone else. No idea why. But now it's part of my superstition to always want to run Savannahs and hope that he actually does drop me something juicy. Hey, we got rituals on this map though, that's nice. Just try to make sure we... I like to try to bring some of the nearby monsters into the ritual, because if you kill them in the ritual circle is how you actually get the ritual tablets. Take that heavy belt. Maybe we'll get another headhunter. This has been like a headhunter league for me. I've dropped 2 headhunters, one from a chest, one from Omniphobia, and I chanced one as well. It's a big headhunter league. Of course, the only one that was really, really worth something was the first one I dropped. That one I sold for like 55 divine, but now they're pretty cheap. Let's go down here in this corner. Yeah, look at that, both y'all. Alright, let's hit these strong boxes. Crazy, we already got a div out of a strong box today, too. That's always fun. What kind of are these? Elemental disturbance. Okay, that's an easy one. What is this shrine up here? Don't tell me it's like a covetous and I missed it. Is it a covetous and I missed it? Oh, what an... I'm the worst. Alright, so we're gonna take it for the breach anyway, for sure. I mean, I guess it's not the worst. We'd rather have it for the breach than anything else, I guess. Oh, we're shroud walking, and the game don't like it. Outside of what is it, the Rakiata's flow, I've never dropped like a really like a giga support gem. I would be excited for something like that. Like, what's that one that's super rare right now everyone wants? I guess it's not everyone wanting it, but the crossbow one, it's like Alder's Metal or something. It's worth like over 100 divine. Let's try to kill him before it wears off. We got 10 seconds. Alright. Damn. Okay. So now we do the rituals. Hopefully we get something good in the ritual. Either way. What did this thing drop? Exalted, of course, of course. So this one should be the juiciest, but then we have, yeah, this one should be the good one. Let's see if we can get a lot of tribute. Yeah, decent. Not crazy though. Not the giga rare, not the giga amount of tribute. Not bad though. I mean, I have to make sure we pick all this stuff up. I don't know what all the stuff that I dropped from that breach. Pick that up, why not? That's a Volant Quiver, never mind, I thought it was Visceral. So, like, where do these things even come from sometimes? They just like, okay. Gold Circlet, no one wants that shit. Okay, now we're talking. You know what we're doing with that? Defer that. Defer that. I think those are actually worth a decent amount now that they were worth shit earlier in the league, but I mean, we'll run this one just in case something pops out of it. You have like a divine drop after a ritual one time, and you gotta run every ritual. Let's see what else. 4 to lightning spells? I mean, sure. I mean, I'll take it. It's not a 5, but maybe we can get something for it. Couple chaos. Free chaos. Oop. Oop. Okay. What do we get here? 4 to proj skills. Shitty lightning roll though. Yep. Keep him. One of corruption. It's hope and prayers. Hey, look what we did. 2100. I mean, it's not crazy, but you know, it's got triple good res there. Let's see if that's worth anything. It's kind of low on the evasion though. But it does have see what the total percentage is. 80, so it's like 120. And it's got the 3 socket.
3.4 to 4.2, huge DPS increase. Alright, we're gonna try it on Echo of Trauma.
Maybe we can get a couple divine for it. Maybe.
Alright, 1 divine for a 21 with 12.
Maybe.
Alright, done.
Energy shield, energy, no. Crap. Heavy belt. Put the heavy belt and the vapor cap over to the side.
Spec out destroyer node.
It is fun to hit the to hit that 3rd socket though. Just hitting it feels good.
About the 8s.
Go back into here. We're gonna hit this. We're gonna change the price on this. Chaos, I think, is a little better to sell on. We can do this overrun. We got deserted on the way there too. 35. Okay, we'll do this.
I can drop my life plus 2 here for that first time.
I don't usually target overruns. For whatever reason, I don't have the magic touch with them. I don't get like awesome returns. Like I'm not dropping like 2 omens of light or 5 divines or like, you know, usually I get about as much as I get from a regular map from one. But we'll see. See what happens. I assume the people making like the giga profit from the overruns are like party play. I mean, we'll take that. It's like 4 chaos, 5 chaos right there. Let's go kill the boss real quick. Get him out of the way. Damn, I didn't even have to use lightning arrow, just lightning rods took his ass out.
I guess I have to high roll.
Another chaos too. Not bad. Hitting that, you know, 5, 6 chaos. You know, divines and the tinks are the targets, but those definitely make up for when they don't drop. At least they help. acceleration shrine. That'll be nice for the breach. Let's actually go get ready to do that. Switch to Nova projectiles, clearing.
Some extra AoE for sure.
Go. Run into walls.
So basically I need a high roll of the coil, I need a high roll of the volatility, we get a mega bleed, and then unstatic strike smacks the bleed basically with the tincture and the procs.
Where's my tank?
That was easy.
Breach precursor.
That hits always.
The tablet economy right now is really good, so nothing to be too upset about when you see that. Definitely have a good chance of picking something nice out of it. Especially like those experience ones. Like I could give a shit less about having more experience at this point. But people are paying a premium for those experience tablets. Fake drop.
Yeah, so I missed
There's Iris, man. Is there anyone that uses that for any build for any reason? I swear.
and then I'm gonna try. How much does PoE hate it?
On like literally everybody's item filter at the beginning of the league, they were making tank noises and driving people nuts. And I don't think I've ever seen someone be like, yeah, I use this for any purpose. Okay, that's pretty much the map.
Wait, how do I only have 100k gold? Holy shit, I lost all my gold with that secret spec.
Yes? Go on. Gold is useless. Time is of the essence.
Can I help? I'll post it right away.
Wait for that to go up in price.
Let's see if there are any takers.
Alright, let's try this out. Slick. Hmm.
Definitely less AoE than the Slayer Ascendancy. I kind of miss the Slayer. Like, the Slayer Ascendancy is actually super nice. It's, like, obviously better, I think, to have the tank. But, like, the AoE is actually...
So I just saw on the news pop.
For the ball version of the scale. Yeah, they use like a double 6-link swap for battlegrounds.
Let's go to war.
Let me see.
Yep, that's what we want to see right off the bat.
They're like not a...
Already got 17 headhunter mods, crazy. Let's pull up our overlay map. I want blue chests. I want them, they gotta be yellow. Give them rares.
Also, we're still leveling our weaker.
Oh, we were talking earlier about maps I like and maps I don't like. I don't like any of the, literally none of the winter maps. I hate them all. The only one that I kind of like is Alpine Ridge, which is a tower. Other than that, I hate every one of those maps. Lofty Summit is also bugged for abyssal overruns. That's one of the reasons I hate it. Oh, look at that. Triple breach at least. Big money. Like I've done like 2 or 3 lofty summits that have abyssal overruns, and they always have like one. They have less pits on it than like a regular map has. Don't run those. Annulment, nice. Run away from all that electricity. Get out of here, electricity. Up to 4 breaches. That's sweet. 5 breaches. Guys, we got breaches. Pull up your breaches. We're doing breaches. Yep. This isn't the best map for breaches, but that's why they give us a lot of them. Making up for it with volume. Take that, I guess. Give us a be nice to us. Give me a nice Omen of Light, you know. Or I'll take an Ancient Bone. Any Ancient Bone, really? Haven't seen an Ancient Bone for a long time. It's been quite some time since I've happened across an Ancient Bone. Probably like a week since I had my last Ancient Rib. Cool. We'll try our new, our slightly changed expedition strat. Haven't had the chance yet. And I asked for Ancient Bones, and they said, "You." Where's this at? Where'd I miss? Oh, it's got to be down that corner thing. Or it's in the boss arena. Or the oh no, it's up here. Never mind. Never mind. I missed that. Blind as a bat. Take this real quick. Bunch of crap. Ooh, he hit me, man. Took some of my energy shield away. Did his little spinneroonie. Tangibility. Gotta get close to that guy. It's gotta be like one more pit somewhere. It's gotta be right down in this corner. Then we'll start hitting the... Actually, we'll clear the expedition before we start all the breaches. Oh. What did we miss? It's gotta be the boss arena. Okay, well, we'll deal with that last. Let's go do the expedition. Pearl ring. Gifts from above. Heart brown loop. Crap. I mean, no one really wants that. Switch over to Fork for these guys.
See, so I think our access will good enough.
Extra damage.
1100 DPS, we can get like 1300.
It's got 5 explosives. Where do we want to put them?
I also want to div the foil so we can
Quantity of artifacts, number of items, expedition logbooks, rare monsters, or runic monsters.
Shorty, when I drop the
Okay, so
destroyer
that one we
down,
don't want, so we want to get.
how much DPS drop from the destroyer?
So you can
Curious how
go.
this actually impacts in melee. How much I need to swap it back with bosses, etc.
Basically, we can hit them all, or maybe hit them all.
I need to buy the ground slam in TX.
Rare monsters. Okay, we're gonna go here, here. Then we're gonna use the last one. We're gonna go right in the middle where there's these monsters.
Alright, thanks for waiting.
Oh damn! No one cares, Rog. Okay, that was about what you can expect out of your average expedition. Bunch of garbage. Lesser Jeweler's Orbs. You really need to cut that shit out with the Lesser Jeweler Orbs. I thought whenever they added more tiers of currency, like the graders and the perfects, that they were supposed to like drop out a lot of basically the lessers at like higher monster level areas. I think that's what I said, unless what I heard, unless I'm misinterpreting. I'm probably misinterpreting, but that's what I thought the idea was anyway. Was that alone would like help the loot bowl situation a little bit, make it seem a little bit more rewarding. Oh my god. Trying to shroud lock me into the other one. Get up here. Go north. Okay, 4 more to go. I mean, triple res again, but it's got the thorns on there, unfortunately, and the low ass evasion roll. Okay. Disappeared into the ground. This map doesn't have enough checkpoints either. Correction, it has no checkpoints really, besides the initial one and the boss one. Take chaos. That one's pretty much done. I mean, cleared a bunch of it. What did we get so far? We have 3 chaos. That's not bad. Could be a null. Okay, so this one we're gonna try to. Oh, Jesus Christ! This stupid thing in the way. Try to take it like around to the left side more, but we're gonna start with going to the right side. We're gonna let the left side populate. Perfect jewelers. Ew. Fake tank. Okay, left side should be nice and full now. Oh shit, did I hit that one? Oh, I hit that one. God. Keep shroud walking me into them. Horrible. Hate when the game does this to me. I don't mind Shroud Walk, like I truly don't. I hate it, but like I don't, you know, it is what it is. It's just like every mob has Shroud Walk. It's like clearly they know it's more of a hazard than a help. They're like, let's get these people back for getting a headhunter. Okay. Lazuli ring. I mean, no one wants that. What about this Lazuli ring? No one wants that either. Crap. Let's clean up before the last one. Okay. Let's go get this last breach. Yeah, crazy. Overrun map with 5 breaches and no big tanks out, no tanks outside of a perfect jewelers. That's kind of sad. It's always enticing to run them though, you know. They feel so dense and like there's so many rare monsters that like you should be like dropping shit all over the place. But like I don't know, it's not my experience. But I shouldn't count my chickens before they hatch or anything. The other day I was running a map that had like 10 breaches and I got like nothing out of them. And then I went and killed the boss and the boss dropped a div. So, you know, sometimes these things happen in unexpected ways. Okay. Going with deliberation. This is going to be a little spicy. We'll try to just stand outside and hit them all. Nope, no such luck. Damn. Quite the disappointment. Let's drop down here just in case you missed any loot. Come back up this side. I don't think I did. Yeah, I don't think I did. Exalt, Catalyst. Another Catalyst. One once. Okay. Lame. Lame. Always spawn with stronger varieties. I don't know what that means. I do like an overgrown. But that one's got increased waste on drop. I don't want that. Riverhold, my least favorite map. You guys want to see me die on a boss? This is going to be it for sure. I sure already died on a boss, but whatever. Let's see what we can do here. Anything good? Nope, nope. We'll re-roll those. Oh, let's get these bones, put them in the currency. I'm gonna take this. Yeah. I mean, we did get like 16 chaos worth of stuff there, so that's not terrible. You know, we can't be too upset. You gotta take your wins. They're all wins, you know? If you drop something that you pick up and put in your stash, it's pretty much a win. Next set of 10 maps all ready to go.
Oh, it's you.
Yeah, I'm surprised the jump didn't kill me. I got really lucky. I was like half a second away from dying there.
Can I help?
I realized I jumped after I did it.
Turn those into chaos before they lose any value.
I'll fill that in as soon as I can. Yes?
Our damage is definitely like way better than it was before though.
I'll post it right away.
See how much the
Boom.
grass do? The
Nice.
grass do like insane damage. So even though we lost AoE and damage on hit,
We're not doing bad. We're doing
grass
okay.
themselves are carrying hard.
Let's hope this river hold holds up and I don't get murked by this horrible boss.
Yeah, they nerfed the hell out of it.
I'm at least half 50-50 on whether or not I'm gonna die this boss, so. But also be honest, I haven't fought him in a long time because I just avoid these maps. Hey, I don't know why I avoid these maps. They're so good. They're perfect. They're amazing maps. Ooh. Visions? Grand projects, not bad. That's what we can take it. I don't know what they're worth now. They were worth like 15 chaos at one point. Not long ago, so. If they're still worth 15, we'll probably just sell it. Because we're not necessarily trying to get anywhere super fast. I never dropped anything exceptionally cool from a rogue exile. I don't think I've even dropped a div from a rogue exile. Maybe once, but I'll say once just so I don't like, you know, so I'm not lying, but I really don't think even once. Hey, look at that. We're gonna fucking gamba, guys. You ready to see me buy a 2 million gold scroll? Scroll of wisdom? Fucking love those scrolls of wisdom. Maybe it's my lucky day. Maybe today's the day we get the stack of 10 divine. It's actually crazy. I removed points from like strong boxes and I got this guy today. Let's go. Horned crown. Gotta love the bronze beard. Like number 2. We got 4 more. Or no, now we got 3 more. I mean, honestly, I'll take those. I'll take those. I'll take 20. We use them. I mean, god damn it. Okay, okay, 1 orb of alchemy. I mean, we'll take it just as a keepsake. Last one. 10 regals. All right, so we got. Good thing we have 23 million more gold. We've got more. We've got even more breaches on this map. We're having good number of breaches on maps, so that's cool. Kind of cool. Even if they are on these maps where it's not great. Chaos. Perfect exalt. What? Nice. Good map. But where? Oh, the other breach is all the way back there. Okay, we're gonna have to teleport back. We're gonna keep that shrine for the boss, though. We need to do more damage to this boss. We need to get him out of there quickly. Like I said, I still expect to die on him because he is a son of a gun. Oh, actually, I got 2 breaches. What the hell? This is a breachy day. Already got over 2.5 div on this map from drops, so whatever else we can do is gravy. I mean, it was gravy after the first div, but I'll take it. I'll take it all. Not a great spot for this breach, but hopefully it opens up a bit. Kind of opening up. And it's kind of empty now. Okay, not bad. Precursor there. Got a lot of breach splinters too. Gonna be running a couple zest for sure at the end of this. So get rid of this. Don't need that. Not gonna need that. Okay, 1 more breach it looks like. Let's go down this corner just. Okay. breach it up. Pull up your britches. We're doing breaches. Just to open up. Come on, come on, come on. Now let's go to this corner down here. Back down to this side, see if we can get over here before it closes up. I mean, we'll take an exceptional smooth quarterstaff. I mean, it's an 81 and it's got three sockets. Maybe someone will want that for crafting. I doubt it, but you never know. I don't know anything about the quarterstaff market right now. Okay, so let's loot up on our way back to, what the hell? Shit. Well, I guess I don't need this. Put here. You here. Let's check this. Grab that ancestral tiara. Results. Take the long way back. So we didn't miss any loot. There was 5 breaches. The only monster left looks like the boss, so, which is interesting. He's not really a monster. Okay, so we definitely need the deliberation for this guy. And we're gonna go in here and pray that he does not pop off on us. Oh, good. Oh, we got him. He's so fast. He moves right out of my my range of my rods. Good thing we got that little pop off with the simulacrum delirium thing that pops out of him. Mm-hmm. Usually you get, ooh, they're up in price. Cool.
I'll post it right away.
Last game we did, I got 8 chaos runes, so finally it worked for us. The first part was really bad all day.
Go on. Speak.
Mm-hmm.
Don't make mistakes in chess trying to make me shine. Once watch me suffer.
Okay, so that was the first 10 maps. Definitely made like probably close to 10 div. Over 10 div, I think. So that's good. That's what we want to see.
Yeah, just once watch me. Let me get my spells first.
Mm-hmm.
Then we can work around this.
2 there.
Sweet schizo also.
Forgot about the grand project. That's nice.
That's where I'm gonna do schizo.
Mm. Let's see how many exalts this is worth. Smooth quarterstaff. Why is it smooth? Why's it gotta be smooth? Let's see. What the hell? Oops. Wonder. Literally an exalt. That's unfortunate. What are you gonna do? I mean, it is level 8. Let's put a level in as well. Maybe it's worth 2. 3 chaos. Okay, we'll take 3 chaos. And in fact, we'll give someone a deal. We'll put it up for 2.
I'll do what I can to serve you.
Take a miniature break here. And we're going to do some, before we get into the next set of 10, we're going to, let's see, what do we got? We're going to do a couple of zests. And we'll do this Twilight Reliquary key too. Does this helmet want to bless us with a craft? It does not. It actually said, go fuck yourself, Mean Bob. Okay. Let's go and do the Reliquary first. This is where dreams are made. The Reliquary Vault is where your dreams come true.
Let's hope the suffering were worth taking.
Mm-hmm. What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be? Crap. They say don't bring a knife to a gunfight, but this pea shooter ain't better. Thanks. Thanks, buddy.
How many freezes am I gonna get?
Go.
It's a lot more mobs than normal.
Nope. Okay. Now let's go and do our thing in the breach, or in the twisted domain, I should say. I've never seen I was just thinking, I've never seen a Wrath Pith that was pulled out of the Reliquary Vault. I've never seen like the alternative art one, RGB, whatever they call it. I'm sure it exists, maybe, but I've yet to see it. Actually, it might not even realistically be in there yet. If that was a new item they introduced last league, they might not have been able to include any of their requests yet for it. Let's go, guys. You guys are going to give me a div. You guys are going to drop me a div at the end of this. I've been somewhat lucky with that lately. I think I've dropped a couple divs this week, 3 divs maybe, in the past week in here. I don't target them, you know. I don't like run these all day. There was one afternoon where I ran a bunch of these just because I was like killing time to do something else, and I didn't drop any. But then like the next time I was playing farming, doing a regular farm, and I just grabbed some splinters off the ground. I ran it and got it on the first try, or got a div in the first time I did it. It's real fun. The moral of the story is target farming is bad and is punished, specifically by grinding your games. They could smell your target farming. Okay, that's that. Bunch of crap. I'll take it all, but it's a bunch of crap. Let's go. So much for my div. Oh, his cheeks were clapped. And he rewarded us handsomely for it. Hey, how's it going? We'll probably also, at the end of this, after this next set of 10 maps, we'll run at least an Olroth, for sure. We'll run, whatever breach we have. We'll try to run an Olroth, maybe a King in the Mist as well, just for some extra pinnacle fun. I've only run a few Olroths this league because they are expensive. And because he's kind of rough. He can fuck you up. Come on. I miss how, I don't know if it was last league too, or if they changed, I think they just changed it this league, where, yeah, they just changed it this league, where you could actually where this actually got more difficult. Like, I think it's weird that, like, I don't know, like before, like when you put points in, like now you put points in, it gives you more splinters or whatever. Kind of liked it when you added points in and it made the content more difficult. I don't know why they changed that. I mean, I know why they changed it, so you can get more splinters. But I kind of like more ways to increase the difficulty, you know. Hopefully we can get back to that with the next league, since they are supposedly overhauling a lot of the endgame stuff. I was talking to some of the NPCs earlier today, and it's interesting how some of their dialogue, like they say that this Zesht isn't like the real Zesht, that it's like something else, more or less. They kind of describe it that way. Um, Snakebite? Okay. Nope. So it'll be interesting to see what, like, I guess the real Zesht is like Zesht Ul or something, UUL. Um, like it makes it sound like this version is some sort of like an abomination that Cheula doesn't like, which is why he like slams him there or something. There's also like a dialogue option that Alba has that's like grayed out. It just says like, I don't know, mysterious ruins or something like that.
Hello there.
Unidentified ruins, but there's no text. Makes me wonder if that's some setup for the next league or something, or if it's just some bullshit.
All the best.
Hey, what's up? How you doing today?
The wind's changed direction.
Let's see, put these away. Anything good on any of these? I didn't really check. I mean, triple flat, but it's mostly 4-4-1-1. Little rascals. see what it actually costs to run this asshole. It's like almost 1.5 div around there. Okay. Yeah, we'll kill him later. For sure. Let's see, anything else good here? Got a couple steps. I mean, we're gonna do this. We like to do the nexuses. Yep. And we got to get. Let's grab some of these. Not a fan of this map though. Got that PTSD from Crowbell who doesn't like to die. I know he dies now, but still not over it. Oh yeah. Let's melt the GPU here. Okay, we got 2 breaches, nice. Right next to each other, of course. I'll probably run into the second one while I'm doing the first. Oh! Got shroud walked right into that. God damn it, they always do this to me. They could at least drop me a div for doing that to me, right? Maybe we'll get something good out of the Nexus boss, like that. Those gloves that are worth like 100 divine. Where did everyone just go? Where did that go? Oh my gosh. It's just like, I swear I don't even know where I'm going half the time when it shroud walks me like back to back like that. What the hell? Totally disorients me. Let's do some quick picking up. Okay. Get that essence over there we're gonna have to hit. One day I'm gonna get something good out of like a buried cache or like a what is it, like a rotten log. I wanna divine from a rotten log, honestly. It's like that would be a huge win. Okay, let's see. Gemini bow. Yeah, the Ballista's brutal. Was it? I had a friend who was playing like a Warbringer, like the, I don't know, I guess people referred to it as the sunglasses build because you had to wear sunglasses because it just blew up the screen. And whenever I'd run with him, I would stay just a whole screen behind him. I was just like, yeah, fuck that. I don't need no eye problems because you want to run that bullshit ass build. like, like you can say what you want about this build being meta and shit, but at least it doesn't like fucking. At least it's okay to look at. What do you got there? Fizz damage. Number one fizz damage and an additional arrow, but it's got that shit at those two shitty suffixes, man. Unfortunate. We'll carry it around like a badge of honor. That's crap. Don't want that. Okay, so we have, what, 2 shrines here that we want? Okay, so we're gonna grab the Resistant Shrine first. Freezing Shrine second. Switch over to Deliberation. Yeah. Yeah, a lot of the things I notice whenever I turn them down to try to make them look less good, that I like can't actually. So sometimes I won't even be able to like see my, like there's, what is it, like dynamic culling or something, but I can't even like see what my lightning rods are doing. Yeah, get small. Another Surefoot. God damn, 2 Surefoots on this map. They just don't want. They don't want to. They don't want to be nice. They don't want to give me anything good here. Okay. On to the next. Love that. 96% increased rarity, lower X. We're gonna do this canyon first, for sure. Drop some stuff off. What do we got for splinters anyway? 173, nice. Running a simulacrum yesterday was kind of fun. Not very profitable, but pretty fun. Get them down pretty quickly. I do them in like, what, it was just under 12 minutes, like 11 minutes, 50 seconds. I feel like you can't get too much faster than that for a simulacrum. Maybe with some sort of maybe with like a million DPS spark build or something you could. But I don't know. Seemed pretty quick. Quick and good. See, is this the perfect one? 14,911. Nope. One day I will drop a perfect wrap grade helm. Right off the ground. There. Tier 5 Warmonger. Nope, don't want that. Let's see. Nothing there. At least this boss is really easy. Good. Switch over to lib. Oh shit. Guess I didn't realize that there was no abysses. Whoa. Audio didn't like that. Hey, I'll take an Abyssal Echoes and 2 Chaos Orbs. Something. And it makes a fun noise. Okay. Let's go kill our last 8 monsters, I guess. And do these rituals. On patrol. Okay, so we're looking for, this one's got like chaotic pods with release explosive. Is that volatile plants? I feel like that normally says something different. I didn't go out there. Let's see, where are we going here? Mm-hmm. Okay. It's the deferral cost, 363. How much does it cost to buy? 2180. Deal with that later. Oh, okay. Got one more Oh shit, we have a breach I forgot about. Well, let's go do the breach before I totally forget about it. God damn it, stupid wall. Why are the designers of this game so into walls? Build fucking bridges, not walls, guys. Shouldn't say that, then there'll be nothing but bridges on a map. I guess that's what Mire is. Okay, let's go do the last ritual. Let's re-roll the page and see that we got something awesome but can't defer it. Hey, we got a chaos out of it, that's worth it. Oh, we can't even defer shit, okay. Good thing there's nothing crazy good though. What do we end up with there? 4 chaos, that's pretty good. And the abyssal echoes and some reaver catalysts. Could be worse, for sure. Got high hopes for this next map though. Let's go here. Let's drop. Yep, yep. No, we did get a Orb of Chance. Let's hit this Viper Cup. Nope. Would have been nice. Okay, so this is the one I was hoping will be really good. Increased experience gain, negative 67, but 96% increased rarity. So let's go with like a giga rarity one. 39. Yep, that's gonna be it. We'll check our numbers once we get in there. Something I perpetually forget to do, because sometimes I have really high numbers and nothing drops, so it seems like it only matters so much. 337 rarity, nice. With 193 rare monsters. I do hate this map though. It's really small. It doesn't seem very dense. But hopefully the extra cleanse monsters will thicken it up. I will say the minor changes that I did make to the Atlas tree today definitely don't seem to have negatively affected anything. If anything, they seem as good or potentially better. Not like, we'll have to keep trying, but keep testing. But they're just minor changes, so. Where's my abyss? There it is. Hey, we'll take it. See a coffer on a map with 300% plus rarity, and it's pretty good. I feel like that's actually kind of a good strat um, for farming, is just to do Giga Rarity and skip on the rare monsters. Like, it's not like the #1 best in slot strat, but I was doing that for a while before I had Gear Rarity. I would just jam tons and tons of rarity on maps and didn't worry about rare monsters, because putting rarity on maps is pretty cheap. And I would get divines out of coffers so often, honestly. Um, yeah, it seemed like a pretty viable strategy to do. Just use straight rarity. Maybe we'll do that again soon. We'll just try doing Giga Rarity juicing. 3 rarity tablets. Get our rarity to like 400+% on every map. Could be a... I mean, a lot of times I feel like it's not going to be too much worse, honestly. Okay. Switch to lib. And we will start shooting him from all the way back here. Oh. Ooh. I didn't jump off my... a lot of times, like, if I'm riding my row for a long time and I go into multiple instances, it won't let me shoot my rods off, so I have to like jump off my stag and drop rods. I do that, that's why you'll see me do it a lot, like whenever I enter a map. I forgot to do it there, which is why I almost died. Felt like I almost died anyway. Hmm. Okay. Let's drop some stuff off. Mm-hmm. Experience and rarity. That's not terrible. Probably a couple chaos.
As expected. Indeed.
Yes? Let's see if that piques any interest.
Okay. Where to now? I don't like the reduced quantity shit. Not my game. I haven't run a bluff in a long time. I feel like I don't get my money's worth in bluff though. Trying deserted. Love deserted. They're fun.
Let's
I
become
forgot the rule of this game. I
something.
forgot to press escape. I don't even know anymore. Frick off. Just frick off, man. I can go. I think my record last time was 25,000 or something. No,
Right.
stop, 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 stop.
I don't know exactly
Stop.
what we're up. We're up like, looks like, I think I started in here with like 22 div. Or 24 div maybe. So 19 or so div. Plus I got a couple things to sell worth a few div. And I got that Abyssal Echoes, which will probably sell overnight for 3 div. And we're like 13, 14 maps in. It's pretty good. Let's see what our numbers are on this map, just to compare it to like the previous ones. 223 rarity and wow, 324 rare monsters. There was some sort of weird giga boost there, some sort of RNG boost. Go. Just fucking kill this boss and just get him over with. We're standing here. Go. Hey, look at that. Beautiful. Telling you guys, this is the cleanest mapping strategy there is. I've never had anything more consistent. Got a guide about it, so if you haven't seen my guide, go to my channel, check it out. Be sure to follow the subscribe and everything, you know. We are planning on definitely doing more guides and reviews of strategies and things like that. Probably have a video coming out Tuesday, Wednesday. I'm going to start recording tomorrow. It'll just be about, it's going to be discussing some loot stuff. No strategies realistically, but it's going to talk about some topics that I've kind of went over in impromptu here on live to sort of give you an idea of like what makes a good strategy in a lot of ways and what are the different like variables and how we change them and how to think about them. Sort of reframing how you think a little bit. I think a lot of people, like one of the things that I think is important is a lot of people look for the big drops, which are like divines and everything, which is obviously what you want, but everything that you pick up that you want, anything that you want, that you can kind of exchange out into something else that will eventually continue you playing and continue, you know, attempts for the bigger jackpot drops, those are all wins. They're not big wins, they're not jackpots, but they are wins. And I think that whenever a lot of people, you know, they go, oh, I haven't gotten divine in this long, but it's like, but did you pay for your map and can you keep doing your maps? That's like, you know, half of the battle, honestly. If you're losing out, then that sucks. That's why I don't like a lot of the big swing strategies, like, you know, let's just farm Arbiter at like 6 divs each, because you can get garbage in 10 runs and have wasted, you know, 60 divine, your whole wallet. Of course, you probably won't get a 900 div payout without it, but you can still get a pretty big payout. You can still drop a Hinocor's Lock, and hey, mirrors drop anywhere. And you know, I'll take the consistent money all day. You know, that's why a lot of people gravitate towards things like Chaos or Sekimas or something like that, because they're consistent, you know, and you still get good stuff. But this is the nice consistent strategy I like. Straight rare monsters and rarity. Just the right balance so that you can pull, like, you know, I definitely, like, I average well over a divine a map, over 20 maps pretty much every day of the week. And if I have a bad day where I only get, you know, a divine every other map, that's pretty much on par with what other people consider a good map or a good day. So I think that's the this is the way, as they say. Oh. Okay, it's pretty much clear. Crappy surefoot, don't want that. Don't want that. One day I'll drop a Defiance of Destiny and Dream Fragments instead of a surefoot and a Polycirclin or Call of the Brotherhood.
Every time I PoE play, just like one chill game like Pyron, just without the excuses. Being on pay-per-view.
Alright, let's go. I think that's the whole map. It's nice we got a div out of it. Okay.
Fuck, it's not working like the streamers were doing it. Pop carry. Pop carry. Pop carry.
Mm.
The fuck is this?
Yeah, we're only
Pop carry.
14 maps in. We're definitely up like 20 divine plus.
Third of the power next month. Well, King Kong grows me a div. Try to spin the div doing that horse shit.
Hmm.
Then you can't mind the divine ones.
Bluff. Sulfuric Caverns, Step. I kind of want to do Step, but let's do this Savannah. Fuck it. This will be our 15th map. Real quick, let's see where we at with Breach Splinters. 124. Delirium, 214. So those Delirium Splinters are... they add up.
Verify you can't click. I just want the div not happy, because he told me that if I didn't have it.
All right, your
Look at
order
that.
is ready.
Over half a div right there, just in Simulacrum Splinters. That's one reason I try to get Kosis and Omniphobia on as many maps as possible. I get both of them, we end up with like 24, which is like 2+ Chaos Orbs. That's money. Okay, okay. Calm down, guys. Oh, this pit scares me. When I see one pit, I assume there's another pit, and there's a good chance that there's another pit in the boss arena. And honestly, with Hyena Lord, seems like that happens pretty regularly. Shoot all those. Slip strike, nice. Hey, how's you doing today? Oh. See what we're doing here. Anything? Come on, give me a ritual tablet, guys. Need that ritual money. Oh, nice, there's our breach. Let's just hit the breach now. I mean, I don't think that's anything, but... Sure. Yeah, you can ask me whatever you want about the build or the game in general. I'm always here. If you're not asking questions, I'll be sitting here just jawing to myself anyway. Yeah, I don't mind answering questions. And if you want to see my build, you can always hit !build in the chat, and Nightbot will link you to my build. It's pretty much just a FUB gun build, but you'll see my build. It's a little cheaper than his, though, of course. Let me pull up the... Let's see here. Is there a... Okay, there is not an abyss in there, at least I can't see from the front. Let's go... Let's check around here. Not chaos. Let's go. Okay. You don't catch the bird to ride on. It is a skill. It's called row amount. It's a spirit skill. It's right here. Row amount takes 60 spirit. And yep, pretty good skill. The main reason it's helpful is because it reduces, like, whenever you're on the ground and you attack and you move, see how you slow down your skill speed, but with the row amount, it does not. It like reduces the slowdown of your skill speed by 80%. So this build already does a lot to mitigate that slowdown. Plus what the Roa does, it basically completely removes any slowdown of or loss of skill speed. At least this version of Lightning Arrow. This Lightning Arrow is the high movement speed one. It's like, that's mostly what the focus is with this build. Yeah, Nova's really good, but not if your damage isn't high enough. Like, if you don't have a high enough damage, it can, you know, be a little harder because it reduces your damage by like 40% per arrow. But other than that, it is very good once you get your damage up. Yeah, otherwise use Fork for clearing, and then what I do is, so whenever I'm fighting a boss, I use Deliberation. Whenever I'm clearing an open map, I use Nova projectiles, and if I'm in like trenches or something that's more narrow, I use Fork. So I kind of actually swap between these three. I realistically could get away with it. I do enough damage that I don't need to, but I think it's good practice. It's a good, you know, it's the smart thing to do. This is worth like 20 exalt. Take that. I don't think I have anything else in this map, so let's hope I don't die. Yeah, PlayStation 5, but yep. Yep. It's no different, really, other than it's not as good as a PC. Hopefully. I'm hoping to switch to PC eventually, though. Probably sometime early next year, hopefully. Probably won't be able to swing it before the holidays, though. But yeah, I'm looking forward to being able to upgrade to a nice PC. The only thing that sucks about upgrading is, yeah, right. 98. Yep, this is the highest level of a character I've ever. I usually stop at 97, but this time we did make it to 98. See if we can craft this one at all. Nope.
Yes. Gold is cheap.
Yeah, 98. I wasn't gonna go for 98, but this build specifically does benefit from getting to 98. So like on my passive tree, um, basically like I took all of this stuff, you know, with 97, but then 98 allowed me to get here, which allowed me to use a timeless jewel. So I got a really good jewel that was able to boost my damage by like, you know, I don't know what it totally is. It's probably, so if I'm at 240, I unequip. So yeah, it's like 15k. So definitely worth it to have that jewel in there. Yeah, jewel crafting is rough. I usually just reforge and hope for the best. Yeah, I don't do too much crafting at this point. Most of the crafting I've done is for myself, for my own gear. My boots, my gloves, and my quiver are crafted. Um, but like my bow is purchased. My jewelry, like my rings and stuff, are all purchased. Yeah, most of that stuff is all just picked up. But I do craft things as I go. I find that I have a pretty good. I can make like a couple divine here and there for just random stuff that I craft, like mostly body armor, honestly. Body armor or helmets, which are actually pretty easy crafts. And they give you like, you know, there's only a few steps to crafting like a pretty good mid-tier one. Right now it's like late in the league, so most people have all of that type of gear already, so it's kind of a harder sell. But earlier in the league and next league, it should be a good, should be a decent strategy. And this one has reduced quantity, but I want to run it anyway, so. It's infinite. It just keeps going. It procedurally generates. Yep, as you reveal the fog, it just keeps growing. Mine is pretty big. Like, yeah, this is just a portion of it too. Like if I try to like go too far across it, as it loads the whole map up, it starts to lag. It's pretty big. Yep. I recommend honestly just no, there's no end. I recommend just going in one direction for the most part. The more directions you kind of branch out into, I don't know. It just seems like it makes it chug way more. At least for me on my PlayStation. Yeah, there's no end to it. a lot of people kind of have a think that eventually, oh, what do we get? Perfect George, boo. A lot of people think that GGG is eventually going to replace it with something else, or that there's like something else in the works, but I don't know. I think that there's a good chance that they're going to keep this Infinite Atlas system. Yeah, it's called the Infinite Atlas. That's what they refer to it as. Hey, Dark Domain. Interesting. We'll get to fight Kulamak. 28k DPS with like, is that like, if you're running like 4 or 5 arrows, that's pretty good. Because then it'll be 28,000 per arrow. Yeah, you should be able to like run a lot of stuff. I mean, you still probably have to be pretty cautious because you're not doing like crazy giga damage, and just by the nature of the Deadeye, they seem to just have less defenses than other builds. They have less ability to like stack crazy energy shield and stuff. And evasion, they can stack really good evasion, but evasion got nerfed earlier this league, which is quite unfortunate. I was pretty annoyed by that. Mostly because, like, you know, you put a lot of effort into the defense, you know, building up all that evasion. For them to nerf it just sucks. So, like, after at one point I I think a lot of people are speculating mid-December. Some people think it might be later, like January, but I think it'll be mid-December because a few reasons. One is I think that they would want to capitalize on the Christmas holiday and people purchasing things, you know, around Christmas time. That's when a lot of people have disposable income. Another is just the timeline. So, like, if they don't do it before Christmas, they'll have to do it after Christmas, and as far as I know, New Zealand as a country gets off like 2.5 weeks or something like that for like federally like mandated break. So they wouldn't be coming back till like later in January, and then if they came back later in January, or like, you know, after the first week and a half of January, then they would have to they still have to do like the height. They'll end up doing like an announcement of when they're going to do the interview, where they reveal everything, and then they'll have a week from there. So we probably wouldn't end up with till the end of January, and I don't think they want to do that because the past basically every update so far for PoE 2 has been later than they wanted it. So I think that there's the likelihood that they're gonna push it out sooner, especially since like a lot of the key stuff, like they're gonna introduce Druid, the class Druid. They pretty much have guaranteed it, and that one they wanted to get it out in this update, but it didn't make it. So I think that one was like probably 3/4 or more done. Like I think it was probably getting ready to be put into the game. So like I think a lot of the work that they're doing is like they're gonna port over a mechanic from PoE 1. They're gonna have Druid, which was already largely done, and then they're gonna iterate on the endgame mechanics as they are. So we're not gonna get like a new act or anything like that. I think like I don't think we're gonna get like huge changes to the campaign, which I think are some of the stuff that takes them a lot longer. So yeah, that's just my thoughts, but we'll find out probably soon, because if you look at the timeline for when they announced the last PoE 1 league, so they announced the last PoE 1, well, they announced the very first announcement about a new PoE 1 league was made on September 10th, which was like 12 days after the PoE 2 League launches. So if they do something similar for the next PoE 2 League, it would be around Wednesday, middle of this coming week. I would say middle to end of this week we might hear something. Might, not a guarantee, because, you know, we'll see what they do. But I think that I feel like they want to keep things on a really tight schedule as best as they can. I just feel like they haven't been able to as much as they wanted to, so hopefully to right that ship they'll be able to get something out this week for us. Also, it looks like the PoE 1 League is mostly pretty... I don't want to say it's over. It's not over. Everyone's still playing it. But as far as, like, needing to, like, fix things, I think that they got a pretty good handle on it pretty early. And now they just got to let it run. So hopefully we get some more PoE 2 stuff soon. Let's go kill Kulamac real quick. But yeah, hopefully the league starts in mid-December. Hopefully we get an announcement this week. Well, the first announcement is what we call the announcement of the announcement. So they'll just basically be like, we have a league coming in the middle of December. And then usually like a week after that, they'll say like, we're going to have the league on this day. This is when the interview is going to be, their big reveal. And then they'll say like, then like slowly between that time and the interview, they'll start giving out little teasers of things that they're going to add. Like they'll put like a trailer out. They'll put a maybe some information on like things that they're going to add into it, like gems or unique items or stuff like that. That usually seems to be the way that they like to do things. I'm relatively new to PoE as well. I started with when PoE 2 launched, but like I don't have experience really playing PoE 1. I played a little bit this league. I played for one day. I wasn't really into it, but PoE 2 is definitely more my jam. I'll be interested to see what PoE 1 mechanic ends up getting ported over there. Seems like there's a good amount of people who think it's going to be potentially like a delve or something. I don't know a whole lot about delve other than that it's kind of like an infinite dungeon. And that as you go down, there's like different rewards that are basically like crafting materials, kind of like the abyssal crafting material, but I've heard a lot of people say it's better. And that there's like, at least in PoE 1, like there's 3 bosses like at different layers, and one of them is actually a version of the boss that I just fought there, I think. Or maybe it's Kulgar. I don't know. It's like an abyssal boss, which would make at least thematic sense since we just did Abyss. To have an Abyss, some sort of an Abyss, a little expanded lore in a version of Delve, but we'll see. We'll see soon, so hopefully. Let me... Yo, this spider has actually been stuck back here for a while. I'm gonna have to move him. He keeps getting stuck back there. Come on, spider. We're gonna take you and put you on the other train. Oh, what the hell? Whoa, why won't... Yeah, Druid will be fun. A lot of people have been waiting for Druid for a while. It's actually the first class I think that they ever showed back when they like revealed the game. But I guess they said that that animating it was kind of hard between the different, because it has like 3 different beast forms or something. 3 different animal forms that it can do. So that'll be cool. It'll be interesting to see what they are. I have a feeling they're going to be like things that we get in the Rite of Passage Golden Charm. So maybe like a wolf, a bear, and something else. Maybe an owl or something. I don't know. I think owl would be cool. Owl would be... I feel like owl is like kind of likely because like we already have like the tornado animations and stuff like that. So like if you made it like an owl form and gave it tornado attacks, kind of cool. Let's go. See if we can get anything. Rituals though. I don't think that they're going to change any fundamental mechanics before it goes free to play, but I think that they basically said that what they're going to do is like all of the like league mechanics, like the abyss stuff, and stuff like that. Basically, all that stuff is gonna go core because they don't want to remove things like how they normally do. Like a lot of times they'll do a league in PoE 1, but not everything will make it into the core game for the next league. But I think most of everything that we do is going to make it into the game at some degree. Like we're not going to have abysses on every map, but I think that they're going to keep abyss as an option of something to do in the end game. But I think once we get into the actual free-to-play version and they actually release the game, that we will start to see league mechanics get added to it that are new, like that are not from PoE 1. Yeah, I think that's, at least I think that's probably what they would like, or their plan. You know, start giving out new original content. But they're using like a lot of the old PoE 1 mechanics to sort of flesh out a lot of lore as well, you know, so that both of the games sort of coincide with each other. Because this is pretty much a direct sequel. I think it's like, I don't know how much later, but it's not even that much later than the original game. Like from, like, I'm not exactly sure, but like a lot of the story lines up with the first game. Okay, we got that boss, or that boss marker. Let's do this. Come on, drop me a tink. I got stuck out. I got lost out. Let's go back in here. Let's make it back. Okay, not a lot of... Okay, nothing crazy there. Let's hope the bosses... Hopefully these oh wait, we got the rituals first. Before we get to the bosses. At least they're all on this side of the map. I mean, it might be faster as far as like killing things, but to a certain degree, but it's not as fast movement speed. They don't have access to as many movement speed nodes on that side of the tree. With the Deadeye has a lot of movement speed nodes. So does Monk, and Mercenary has some, and we can, and this build kind of utilizes pretty much all of them. But it is a really fast clearing build. I played Spark in 0-1 and it was pretty fast. I also used I used Blink in like the first league a lot. A lot of people don't use Blink now, it doesn't seem. Maybe they do, but I haven't seen a lot of people using it as much. But when ooh, big money. How much is it? To defer. Oh man, I hope I can afford it. I think I can actually. So natural erasure, that's like a few divs, like 4 divs, something. Let's go. No, I can't. I don't think I can. Oh, wait, can I? I don't think I can. No! That sucks so bad. Ugh. That's really unfortunate. Cry me a river. Oh well, these things happen. Oh well. Can't be too upset. We're not juicing for rituals. Oh wait, I didn't fight the boss. We're not juicing for rituals. That's why rituals are valuable. I haven't had a, speaking of rituals, I haven't had a ritual omen for a while that has increased omen drop chance. I wonder how much, I bet those are going for like insane money. Let's see. See, I think that's one. I gotta look at my tree again. Okay. I need to look at this thing. Maybe I want to change this. Yeah, this is what I need. I don't know why I have, so I think we're going to take these out and go with this instead, because that would have got me what I need. Alright, you have a great rest of your night, man. I'll see you around.
Are we on currency? We give 329 chaos. Oh, we have the awakener one, which is also so we're like 90p or 650.
Oh shit, didn't mean to do that.
Missions for missing maps?
Okay, let's go to Doriani. Let's switch that Atlas point out.
In terms of like PoE Atlas, missions.
Yep.
They're pretty good at restricting what's going. And I know spell suppression, it's
Where are we gonna go now? Spring. Go somewhere in here maybe. Bloodwood. Yeah, let's do a Bloodwood.
schizophrenia association.
Go with the current, not against it.
Let's see. Crap. 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 I'm so sad about that Sinastral Erasure. I'm not even gonna look up how much they're worth because I'm upset about it. and don't tell me. I don't want to know. Okay. Let's grab what we can. Oh wow, 5 Omens of the Liege, that's what everyone wants to see. 7 Omens of the Liege, that's what everyone wants to see. What the fuck? I don't want any of those. Seven Omens of the Liege, god damn guys. Can't give me a solid. It's one of those ones that doesn't want to die. Oh, there it goes. Okay. Crap. Bunch of crap. I'll say, as much as like I do enjoy the Abyss, I enjoy the Abyss above ground more than I enjoy the depths at this point, and also I'm very looking forward. You know, they definitely nerf the shit out of the Abyss at some point in this league. As far as like the drops, I used to get a lot of good shit down here. I'll be looking forward to whatever the next league is and having it actually potentially be worth something. Hate to say that because, you know, the occasional Omen of Light is nice, but like, I don't know, coming down here always feels like a waste of time. All the Omens of Light I get upstairs. By the way, folks, be sure to like this video, like this live stream, and subscribe if you haven't. Be sure to get in tune with all the new content that I'm going to be dropping, all the live streams. I live stream pretty much every day around 5, 6 o'clock, usually closer to 6, but this week might be a little different. A little bit more time on my hands, so I might be starting early, maybe going later. Just a heads up though. Sure, thanks. Why does he... I hate shroud walking so much. hybrid bullshit. Oh man, it's got the double fizz, that's crazy. And the elemental, but no other room for another. Damn it, it's got crit. You have to put spring runes in it though, to make the use of the elemental. Okay, so there's definitely monsters still on this map. I kind of sped through a lot of it. Maybe down here. Maybe. Look at those useless omens. I've got like over 100 of those omens. I don't want those omens. Wait, where are they? Where's these one? Oh, they're probably up there on the top set. Hey, precursor tab for 10 chaos. That's nice. Third of a div for a tablet no one really wants. I guess someone wants it. Always price check your tablets. They can be worth a decent amount. Thank you for the exalted orbs, my friend. Okay. Ooh. Look at that. Where are we at? I'll take those. Thank you, Ange. Got a whole like 590 or something waystones, tier 15 waystones. So gonna have to just throw those in the trash or sell them. Sell them to Doriani.
I'll hold on to it.
Mm-hmm. Why is this at so? Why are they so low? Why are they like a whole div less than they were yesterday? I'm not selling that for 2.87 div. We're gonna wait. I think they are. Quantity, rarity. I hate C notes though. Get out of here with C notes. See, that's annoying that that's such high rarity, but I guess we can do hive. Like a big hive guy. But it's got rarity on it and some quantity. We could do it. Hit with this one. A couple more maps, then we will run a couple of breaches, and then we will run an Olroth to cap it off. Hopefully we can just take him out on our first strike. I mean, he should, but you know, he does damage, so you don't want to take anyone too lightly. He's also got that fucking beam that circles him. It's actually not his beam that's the worst, it's the fact that he's got all his like minions that spawn through those portals, and that on controller you just sort of auto lock onto them instead of him for some reason, because it doesn't prioritize like by the threat level. I guess it prioritizes by like proximity. Basically, I stay right up his ass. Hey, we'll take 2 chaos. Nope. Okay. Wait, didn't I pick up a gold ring? I thought I picked up... Oh, there it is. I didn't pick it up. Ugh, horrible. Falconer. For those. Just do this one real quick. I really hate this map, but I don't love it. Especially not for this type of stuff. Could be worse. But didn't mean to pick that up, but we did. But we did. Also don't like this boss, the fungus guy. He can teleport you and stuff, and he can teleport himself. Kind of annoying. Yeah, we had a lot of good luck on like the first 15 maps or so. A little bit less on these last few, but that's fine. I'm not like too pressed about that. 27 monsters. These are probably both dead ends. I think these are both dead ends, but we're still gonna check them out. We check out every dead end. Yep, dead end. I won't check that one. We know that's a dead end. Okay. Let's go get ready to kill Mushroom Man. Mr. Mushroom. Okay, the last enemy is him. Switch to Deliberation. And... oh. Oh. Get out of the way of those assholes. Don't really want any of that. We're gonna plug in my laptop here. Let's see what else we got going on here. One more map. Let's do, yeah, I mean this one looks good. I'm a fan of Deserted. It's pretty good usually. So we'll just do Deserted. It's close by too. Oops, didn't mean to do that. Get rid of this. Get rid of that. This one with one of these. Crappy rarity. So we'll just hit it with a Reggie. 92% chance for strong boxes though. Give me that. Okay. I mean that's good evasion. It's nearly perfect. But it gives me the life regen. What a scrub. 69 Chaos Orbs. Ayo.
Divine for one.
Switch back to Nova, and we are gonna wreck through this map real quick. Let's blast right through this son of a bitch. Ooh, Great Home. Is it a perfect one? No. Nope. I should just buy one and hit it with like 100 fucking divines. Boss has an Esmeri Spirit on. Another Ox. Okay, yep. Making it through. Top side here. I know it hit me there, but I got hit by something. Do this. Chest level is nice. But it's an ornate strongbox, so not usually ticket items. In fact, never. Okay. Let's do this one. Chaos, nice. Couple chaos. I go back into like the boss arena. Towards it anyway. Nothing, I think we cleared it. Oh, that little corner. Okay, couple chaos. The unfortunate part is with those chaos, it means we no longer have 69 chaos. We now have some irrelevant number. Yep. And this one. Okay. Oh, wait. rare. See that? It's fucking Dune Lurkers, man. Just popping up. Now I feel like they're all rares. All 5 left are rare. Gotta be rares. That's how it works, right? Hate these underground fucking monsters. I don't think there's any more though. I mean, none that I can find easily. If they are, oh, there, son of a gun. There he is. Okay.
Have an order?
Let's see. What do we got? 229, so we'll need 71 more to run twice, which is what we're gonna do.
All right. Your order is registered.
Let's go beat some ass. Some hands, ass, whatever you want to call it. Hands, ass. It's all the same. Use deliberation. It was kind of unfortunate. The last 5 maps or so were kind of bunk, but first 15 were pretty lit. Made over 20 divine on those first 15 maps, so gotta be happy about that. Mostly just raw divs too. Raw divs, trading up from like chaos and splinters and stuff like that, and 1 omen of light, 1 perfect exalts, and ritual tablet. Ritual tablet I didn't sell yet, but that'll be worth a few divine. Overall, pretty successful. I don't know what I'm gonna do with it now, but should price hard. See if I can find an upgraded Heart of the Well. See if it's worth buying. I mean, my Heart of the Well is pretty good. About 20 seconds, less than 20 seconds, we'll be done with this guy. Oh, it's right here. That's pretty... Crap. 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 Okay. Bro's already cooked. He doesn't realize it yet, but he's cooked. Gave me some garbage. The garment is pretty bad, but I will say I did get a perfect one. I think he was last league. I got 40%. And I think I sold it for like a div, which was kind of nice. I'm sure they don't go for a div now, but at the time it was kind of nice. Sell that because we are full. Okay, let's do another. They'll do an Olroth. That'll probably be it, but Olroth will be fun and expensive. If I die, I'll do a second one too. Don't worry, he's going down. Honestly, I really hope. I hope we get something good out of him. It's rare. It's fucking rare to get a good. You get the club or you get the helmet 90% of the time. But I'd love to see something swing out of him. Little tink action. Just, oh my god, I'm shroud walking. It's always got to do that to me. Like, yes, you love shroud walking. No, no, I don't. No one does. Halfway there. It's like the halfway point. I hope that it's probably like not on the radar, probably not on GGG's radar, but I hope that they find a way to allow players to make the pinnacle content more difficult, or they just add more levels or more pinnacle content that is more difficult. Because so much of this stuff is pretty easy once you get, especially like 3 months into a league. Like it's kind of hard not to just melt everything. Whereas I watch people play PoE 1, and there's definitely a higher like level of, I don't want to say higher level of difficulty because the game's not that difficult, but like the bosses have or bigger meat shields, they can do more damage. I don't want to say do more damage. We definitely have the one shot capabilities in this game going on, but like even like really giga builds can get killed in a lot of those pinnacle uber battles. That was a really nice kill. At least we got something. We got something that's kind of cool, even though it's not really. It's not what it was. Cool. I don't think I have any. Yeah, I don't have any rituals or corruption elements. We'll corrupt it later. Nope. Crap. And crap. Crap. Was the... Can't believe we only ended up with 2100 out of that 3 socket with... I mean, we did get the hybrid life, but like, still. Oof. Okay. Now we want to... Now that we're warmed up, really? Oh, I'm like 2 off. Okay. Okay, big guy.
All right, your order is registered.
Really? 149? Guys, guys, guys.
I'll post it right away.
Okay. Make sure we have everything set up. Deliberation.
Yes.
The wind's
Oh,
changed direction.
should be fine. Just gotta remember to keep circling him, honestly. Because he's very erratic. And he's got a lot of very fast and wide-ranging attacks. So, gotta stay on our toes with him once he becomes alive. Gotta set up on him real well, too.
People fought and died here. Now we're in for their trinkets.
Perfect. Nice. Drop crap, but, you know, we'll take it. We'll take the win. Spiritborn Crown. Lame. Okay. Easy win. That was worth a divine and a half. Crazy. Crazy they do that to you.
I will make use of this.
Okay.
Of course.
Alright, guys. I'm going to head out. Be sure to hit the like button, hit the subscribe to the channel for more live streams and content. Got a new video coming out in a couple days. Other than that, you guys have a good evening and a great rest of whatever's left of your weekend. Right? See you around.